Question 1. What is fundamental principle of British life? A. The rule of law. The fundamental principles of British life include democracy, the rule of law, individual liberty, tolerance of those with different faiths and beliefs, participation in community life. Question 2. What type of government was formed after the general election of 2010? B. Coalition. In May 2010, and for the first time in the UK since February 1974, no political party won an overall majority in the general election. The Conservative and Liberal Democrat parties formed a coalition, and the leader of the Conservative Party, David Cameron, became Prime Minister. Question 3. Which of these statements is correct? B. In 1776 some American colonies declared their independence from Britain. In 1776, 13 American colonies declared their independence, stating that people had a right to establish their own governments. Question 4. Is the statement below true or false? Britain has never been at war with France. False. During the 18th century, Britain fought a number of wars with France. Question 5. What was Isambard Kingdom Brunel famous for designing and building? B. Bridges. He was an engineer who built tunnels, bridges, railway lines, and ships. Question 6. Who did Henry VIII marry after the execution of Anne Boleyn? D. Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour. Henry married Jane after Anne's execution. She gave Henry the son he wanted, Edward, but she died shortly after the birth. Question 7. Which two events happened to the Church in England following the restoration of Charles II? A. The Church of England was restored as the official church. C. The Puritans and Roman Catholics were kept out of power. Charles II made it clear that he had no wish to go on his travels again. He understood that he could not always do as he wished but would sometimes need to reach agreement with Parliament. Generally, Parliament supported his policies. The Church of England again became the established official church. Both Roman Catholics and Puritans were kept out of power. Question 8. Which king annexed Wales to the Crown of England with Statute of Rhuddlan? B. Edward I. In 1284 King Edward I of England introduced the Statute of Rhuddlan, which annexed Wales to the Crown of England. Question 9. Is the statement below true or false? ISAF is building up the Afghan National Security Forces and helping to create a secure environment in which governance and development can be extended. True. ISAF is building up the Afghan National Security Forces and is helping to create a secure environment in which governance and development can be extended. Question 10. Is the statement below true or false? Britain's Sir Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web and it was successfully used for the first time on the 25th of December, 1990. True. The inventor of the World Wide Web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, 1955, is British. Information was successfully transferred via the web for the first time on the 25th of December, 1990. Question 11. Is the statement below true or false? Isaac Newton is a famous musician from the 18th century. False. His most famous published work was Philosophiae Naturalis Principia Mathematica, Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy, which showed how gravity applied to the whole universe. Question 12. Which artist is considered to be the one who raised the profile of landscape painting? C. Joseph Turner. Joseph Turner, 1775 to 1851, was an influential landscape painter in a modern style. He is considered the artist who raised the profile of landscape painting. Question 13. Which of these statements is correct? B. A dog's owner is responsible for keeping the animal under control and cleaning up after it in public places. A lot of people in the UK have pets such as cats or dogs. They might have them for company or because they enjoy looking after them. It is against the law to treat a pet cruelly or to neglect it. All dogs in public places must wear a collar showing the name and address of the owner. The owner is responsible for keeping the dog under control and for cleaning up after the animal in a public place. Question 14. Which of the following is a famous British film? C. Passport to Pimlico. The 1950s and 1960s were a high point for British comedies, including Passport to Pimlico, The Ladykillers and, later, the Carry On films. Question 15. What is it traditional to do on the 1st of April in the UK? C. Play jokes on each other. April Fool's Day, the 1st of April, is a day when people play jokes on each other until midday. The television and newspapers often have stories that are April Fool jokes. Question 16. Is the statement below true or false? Some people rent land called an allotment where they grow fruit and vegetables. True. Some people rent additional land called an allotment, where they grow fruit and vegetables. Question 17. Which of these statements is correct? B. The first professional UK football clubs were formed in the late 19th century. Football is the UK's most popular sport. It has a long history in the UK, and the first professional football clubs were formed in the late 19th century. Question 18. Is the statement below true or false? Adult citizens of other EU states may vote in general elections. False. Adult citizens of the UK, and citizens of the Commonwealth and the Irish Republic who are resident in the UK, can vote in all public elections. Adult citizens of other EU states who are resident in the UK can vote in all elections except general elections. Question 19. How often does Prime Minister's questions occur when Parliament is sitting? C. Once a week. One important opportunity to do this is at Prime Minister's Questions, which takes place every week while Parliament is sitting. Question 20. Which two of the following are protected by law from discrimination? B. Disability. D. Marital status. UK laws ensure that people are not treated unfairly in any area of life or work because of their age, disability, sex, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sexuality or marital status. Question 21. Once you are aged 17 or older, which two vehicles can you learn to drive? A. A motorcycle. B. Car. In the UK, you must be at least 17 years old to drive a car or motorcycle, and you must have a driving license to drive on public roads. Question 22. Which two of the following are amongst the shared goals of the Commonwealth? A. Democracy. C. Development. The Commonwealth is an association of countries that support each other and work together towards shared goals in democracy and development. Question 23. Is the statement below true or false? Life peers in the House of Lords can pass on their title to their firstborn child. False. They have usually had an important career in politics, business, law or another profession. Life peers are appointed by the monarch on the advice of the Prime Minister. They also include people nominated by the leaders of the other main political parties or by an independent appointments commission for non-party peers. Question 24. Is it acceptable in the UK to treat people worse because of their sexual orientation? A. No, it is never acceptable to treat people worse for their sexual orientation. Although Britain is one of the world's most diverse societies, there is a set of shared values and responsibilities that everyone can agree with. These values and responsibilities include to treat everyone equally, regardless of sex, race, religion, age, disability, class, or sexual orientation.